So most people are still using your ChatGPTs, your Claude, your Geminis as a chatbot. Meaning, you put the information in, you sit there and have a whole conversation, and 20, 30 seconds later, you're having the same conversation that you just recently asked to resolve again. And like half of it was remembered, and now you're back at that loop of, oh my God, this is frustrating. All I want you to do is give me the response for said question, and now we're down the rabbit hole. So what I did was, I just built an AI operating system. The problem isn't that the models aren't powerful. The problem is that the information just bottlenecks. So personally, I have a lot that I do. It could be client interactions, emails, content, repos, management system, things like that. That has to get handled. But with an average AI chatbot system, the information is just stuck there, and then you got to pull from chat to get to Claude, to pull from Claude to get to Gemini, things like that. That is frustrating enough. And see, most of the time, I don't even need a fancy screen or anything. I can just jump into the terminal, go ahead and ask a question, and we're good to go. See, that's the beauty of it. For example, check status. See? Way easier than having the jump screens to a ChatGPT or something. That's way easier. Another great thing about this operating system is it also can control the content that I make. So I personally hate taking the hours to do this, and I'm like, there has to be a better way. So what I did was created a central content manager. It'll handle the clipping, the research, the effects, and things like that. And it tends to learn as time goes, so the effects for the video gets better. It knows how to produce it and publish it better. All right, so again, proof is here. If you noticed, I'm actually using this now to come up with this script for said video that I'm doing now for you guys. So it's a great system to have. It just made this easier. So now when I go back into the edit, you'll notice certain effects may pop up on the screen. It just learned over time. I had it modeled based off a few people and things of that nature. So instead of me having to go in here, drag, drop, create a graphic or a text overlay, it'll handle it for me, and the videos are progressively getting better. I can tell by the numbers. They are doing better and better, and the interaction is going higher and higher. This used to take me 6 to 8 hours to do. It takes me maybe 25 minutes, and it's on autopilot. So it just makes my life easier. Now, of all the tools and as helpful as the AI have been, the biggest lifesaver has been the second brain. My God, the second brain has saved me so much time. It stops me from having to jump from Claude to ChatGPT to Gemini, or some people out there will be, I have 2 different accounts, one for business and one for personal. So I got to log into one another. That is very chaotic. It frustrates me having to hear that. Second brain essentially organizes all my ideas and thoughts and save them to one memory resource for each project. So a project for code can interact with a project for, let's say if I was doing video game editing, then video game editing can pull context from a different part of the brain that knew about personal training. And then it'll be like, oh, we saw that you worked on this project 2 months ago. Let's pull that as a reference in. And it stops. Really, it helps with token burn because you're not going to keep reusing it because you've already saved it to memory. So it's easier to recall. Helps with a lot of context rot, a lot. It doesn't prevent it, but it sure enough helps with it, and it stops the bottleneck I was talking about earlier. It is just a great resource. It just pulls from each part of your brain like a normal mind. It just pulls from each area, and it just makes the cohesiveness of all your systems come together. Now, as you can see, I got something running in the background. The coolest part about the second brain. Here's my basic second brain right now. I don't have it, graphical or anything. Didn't make it pretty. I'm just showing you how raw it is. So essentially, this is my second brain. It handles everything I do. Notice the amount of connections, how everything is connected. You have a few outliers here, but they just aren't connected. But for the most part, everything I touch in here is always related, and it goes back to one operating system. Now, I run a lot of different platforms to handle it, so I made certain operating systems, but notice it's like a spider web. It continuously grows and learns as I grow. And that is the beauty of it. That's why I love doing it this way. It has saved me a lot of time. I recently had a meeting with someone, and they, were asking me, like, can I walk them through a process? And as they're talking, I'm sending the email off after they're talking to me from my phone, and I'm just listening to them. They're like, oh, that's the email. Yep. You sent that fast. Yep. How'd you do it that fast? Because my system is already set up. Once I heard what you said, I just dropped it in here, sent it, and it just started connecting documents and everything. Again, it is not perfect. You still need to do your review, but honestly, I trust it 90 to 95% of the time, and it does not make critical mistakes because I have the barriers in place to stop certain things from happening. It can't go send off email without a human approval. Those are certain things I have in play to stop this. I know you're probably like, oh, well, you're good with technology, you're smart with it, yada, yada. Listen, the information I'm telling you is not, gate kept. It's free. You can Google it right now. There's a lot of people out there who does operating systems. They'll show you, they'll do the breakdown. They'll let you know all the possibilities of it. And they'll even give you the repo that you can clone to start your own operating system. But the problem becomes, now that I started, now what? I did the onboarding for it. I answered the questions and I'm following the process, but I needed to connect to my business email, my current email, then I need to do the schedule. And you're going to run into certain hurdles of it's only accessible sometimes at home. Well, I can access mine no matter where I am from any device because I knew how to set up a server to then I get ready access all time. Doesn't that sound dangerous? Well, I put permissions in place and certain keys in place that'll only allow me access to a server. If it comes from anywhere else, the server will disconnect and notify me. Things like that, because I understand the security of the nature. That's what people will get caught up with. You don't know what you don't know. So setting it up to have you, do emails could be great for some of you, and I applaud it. But most people, you'll just see it as a assistant again, and it's way more powerful than that. And that is the reason why you have people like myself trying to educate you guys, just let you know, hey, this is possible. So if you are a person with a business, hey, I run a modeling company, a magazine, editorial, anything along that nature, we can definitely help you out with this. It's just smarter to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. Or you can follow the Google and all the free people online. Just a lot of great people on YouTube who show you the possibilities of this and setting it up. You just have to allow yourself the time to grow and go through it. So the real kicker is when I realized that as long as I understand what I'm doing and why am I doing it, AI is really the biggest asset ever. Not just to use as an assistant, but connecting all the tools and then securing the tools as you use them so they just aren't open. So the worst thing you can do is just have an AI like this and there's no security. You don't have any fallback parameters. Again, it's not perfect, but integrating the system into my life has just made it easier. That's a lot of things I think people should do more. Instead of being afraid of using the technology, understand the best way to impact your life with the technology. You'll make your life easier. You'll be more successful. You'll be less stressed out. Just take it by the hand, really lock into it, understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. And at worst case, just ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. If you don't know, again, you can Google it. You can shoot me a DM. You can ask anybody you want. If you ask me, I try to reply. Look, drop a comment. If you have the question, other people have it. But I just wanted to give a quick take. Just left the gym. Y'all can see the gym attire. This was just on my mind. It's something I noticed. I never really showed anybody that this is possible. But y'all take care. Have a nice day. I'm out. So as you can see, this is a glimpse of my operating system. Like I showed you guys the nasty version right here. It was like, okay, nobody wants to see that. So here's the visual version, how it just runs things of my life. I love this tool. This tool has made my life easier, made me understand that as long as I understand what I'm doing and why am I doing it, AI is the greatest asset that I've ever come across. Now, it's not perfect, but putting parameters in place to secure either not an NCP server, more of like secure the API and the endpoints and things like that is a must. So if you are a person like, hey, I would like to have something like this, look, you can go ahead and Google it. Again, YouTube University, there's a lot of people out there. Or if you want to, you can ask me, I'll help you as best as I can, or just drop a comment. I'll give you my feedback on things that I tried, ways that you can implement it going further. But don't be afraid to use the technology. It is there. Use it as a tool. Remember the shovel video. It's a shovel. It's just a tool. So I just want to give y'all a breakdown to actually show you what the second brain looks like and things like that. See how I use it. See how I have it connected. But y'all take it easy. Just wanted to share that with you. And again, if you got some help, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to reshare, repost, send it to somebody. Otherwise, y'all take it easy. Peace.